In this video, we will be doing the practical in computer lab portion right at the top on page number 52. The question is, Anita has purchased some fruits from the market. Make a list of fruits and find the cost of each fruit, and then finally find the total. So we'll start by first typing in the data that has been given there. So we'll first write the labels, that is the serial number. So notice when I entered that data, the serial number is left aligned. So this is treated as a text, and as I told you earlier, Microsoft Excel aligns text values to the left by default. Now if you want to change that, you can go to the Home tab under which there is the alignment group, and you can make that center aligned or right aligned or so on. Now let's make that center aligned. Next we have the fruit name. The fruit name, when I typed in the words, can you notice that the fruit name is overflowing the column? The length of the words is bigger than the column width. So to adjust that, I can simply go to the right margin of the column and then double click or double left click on the margin, and it will automatically adjust the column width to the text that has been entered. So that's how you do it. Next I have price per kg. Can you also notice that whenever I type in data, these two buttons appear on the screen and become clickable. One is cancel and one is enter. So when you type in data, if you want to cancel the data entry, you can either click on this cancel button or you can press the escape key on the keyboard. So notice what happens. The data entry is cancelled. It is not recorded. Let me write that again. Price per kg. Now if you want the data to be recorded in that cell, then you will have to either click on this enter key here, or you'll have to press the enter key on the keyboard. So now the data has been entered in the cell. Then we have quantity in kg that was bought, and then finally the total in rupees. Now let's change the font size. Okay, let's make that bigger. Now I think when we made that bigger, again the column widths are becoming smaller. So in order to adjust all of them together, select all the columns and then double click on the margin of one of the columns, and all the columns will automatically get adjusted to the text that they have. So there you go. And let's change the font color. Now let's write the serial numbers 1, 2, 3, 4. Now these are numeric values. So notice that all of them are right aligned by default. You can change that again by going to the alignment tab. Let's make them center aligned. Then we have your fruit names: apple, mango, grapes, and strawberry. The price is 100 kg, 100 per kg, 80 per kg, 60 per kg, and then 140 per kg. And Anita bought 2 kgs of apples, 3 kgs of mangoes, 1.5 kgs of grapes, and 0.5 kg or 500 grams of strawberries. Now, before we write in the formula to calculate the total, okay, let's go ahead and learn a bit more about formulas. So like I told you in the previous video, a formula in Excel should always begin with an equal to sign. And a formula can have different types of data. It can have values, both strings or numeric. Strings meaning your letters or alphabets, and numeric with numbers. Okay, it can have cell address or range. The cell address is the intersection of a row and a column, and a range, it is nothing but a group of cells lying next to each other. Then it can have functions. Now functions are predefined formulae that have already been written inside Excel, so you can just use them. Then you have operators. Like in math, you have plus, minus, multiplication, division, etc. So in the same way, in Excel too, you have operators which perform different types of calculations. And the last type of data that you can enter in a formula is a parenthesis or a bracket. Now you can use all these types of data to create the formula that you require. But a formula, please remember, can have only a maximum of 8,192 characters. Now let's get back to the Excel sheet and write our formula. So a formula in Excel should always begin with an equal to sign. So let's write the equal to sign. Now what I want to do is I want to multiply the price per kg of apples with the quantity of apples that were bought. So where is the price? It is in cell C2. So you can write that by typing in on the keyboard, or you can just select the cell and the formula will automatically get the cell address. Then I'm multiplying. So remember, the multiplication operator is the asterisk or the star symbol. It's not the X. Alright. So C2 multiplied by the quantity that is in T2. So again select T2 and hit enter, and it will calculate the total and show it to you in that cell. Now here I can write the similar formula where I'll write is equal to C3 multiplied by D3. Here is equal to C4 multiplied by D4. So instead of having to do that again and again, what I can do is I can simply copy this formula that is here, okay, and I'll just select these cells and I'll just paste them. So automatically all the cells get the formula that is required. So here you see C3 D3, here C4 D4, and here C5 and D5. The cell addresses, they change when I copy the formula according to the row number. So this is known as relative referencing, which we will learn in the next class. Now let's go ahead and find the total bill for Anita. So total. Now to find the total, I'll have to add all these individual amounts. So is equal to, again formula should begin with an equal to sign, E2 plus E3 plus E4 plus E5, and then I hit enter and it gives me the total right there. So this type of formula, okay, where I've used only one operator, here I've used only the multiplication symbol. So this is known as a basic formula. Formulas which use only one operator, they are called basic formulas. Here I've used the plus operator 3 times, but still I'm using only one type of operator. So this too is a basic formula. Now let's go ahead and change the name of this worksheet. To do that, go to sheet 1. We are working in sheet 1. Right click on sheet 1 and then click on rename. Now let's give it a name, fruit, or you can write fruit bill and just hit enter. So I've changed the name of the worksheet. Now let's go ahead and save the file. So I'm not saving it as fruits, okay, like it says in the book. I'll give it a different name. I'll save it as save. Go to the file tab, then click on save, and then choose a folder where you want to save the file. So I have a folder on the desktop for class 7. So I'm just going to find that folder, go inside it, and then I'll just write computer practical and save. Now notice the title bar. We had book 1 in the beginning, but now as I have saved the workbook with a different name, it displays the title here, computer practical. So that's all for the video today. We'll continue in the next one.